Okay, mate, tell me what happened the last time you did DMT.
I allowed myself to just drift through the experience, paying attention to the little things that I saw, and none of it was. It was like I was like passing by. It was like I was like a little passerby, just observing. So usually, when I go in on a strong dose, the entities are animated, like as in they are intelligent. I feel that there is intelligence.
What, and they're visually there?
Visually there, totally visually there, yeah.
Okay.
What they are, I don't know, but you know, I mean, fucking mate, you cannot, you can't. It's not like they're there, are they? You're part of this whole experience, yeah. You're part of you become part of their experience.
Right.
So they are intelligent and they are interacting with me. That's what I'm trying to say. They're interacting with me, yeah. That experience, I was able to drift into it, and to start with, exactly what, for the first, I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 seconds, the visuals were there, but they were really
Muted.
Yeah,
I definitely felt muted.
Yeah, like they were behind
A black
a
veil.
sheet of dark glass.
That's exactly
Like a
where I
UV
was.
filter, right?
And I even pinpointed, it's like in my own mind, I went, it's like a camera filter.
Yeah.
Why can't I? Because usually you go bang and then straight away it's like fucking looking at not a TV
you're
screen.
there,
but
aren't you? It's your...
visually you are capable of identifying this shit.
Yeah.
Whereas like you just said, it was like a bit of fucking tinted glass, and I was looking through and I couldn't focus.
Did you go any further than that?
Yeah, but it was like, I'll tell you what happened was I was in that place and I lay back and I'm like, what the fuck, I haven't done enough. So then I'm like, this is not enough, this is why I can't see it, and I can't see it. And then I got this personal take on it.
Then it just switched up a little gear without you knowing.
No, hang on. There was a lot of stuff, some personal stuff that came to me. Yeah, and I'm like, is that my brain or is something trying to tell me this shit?
Yeah.
And in my head, because I can identify eyes. So you know, you're always at the back of your head there.
Yeah.
You can feel yours. There's a centre point of view. So it don't matter how fucked you get, that's always there.
Yeah. See, I'm more right at the front of my eyeballs.
Oh. Okay, so that's strange, isn't it? Because for me, I looked that way.
I'm right behind the eyes.
I looked behind my eyes. I looked that way, and I'm like, what the fuck are you looking at? You got your eyes shut, but I'm not that way. And as I drifted this way, there was a darkness there, and it wasn't malevolent.
Yeah.
Malevolent?
Malevolent, yeah.
It wasn't like being horrible. It was just like, no, hang on a minute. You need to identify this shit. And then I'm going, well, that's me. Is that my brain? Am I fucking telling myself this shit? And in my head I went, well, is that you? Fucking let me know. Yeah, show me something if it's me or if it's you. And it kind of was just like, you know, you need to contemplate some shit. And then it kind of started going away, and I'm like, I could, you know, I'm seeing some stuff. Then it started getting a bit more visual.
Yeah.
But there was a darkness behind it. And then
what, a dark, as in like a darkness, not a dark force.
No,
like just a dark looking, like it was darker.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Kind of what it did was, I looked that way. You know, you always have the light, and you feel like the light's coming from behind.
Yeah,
Well, it was like the dark. There was black, and it was there.
Right.
And then it kind of twisted, and then what I had was I had visuals. Like the fucking geometric shapes were all there, but right behind it, mate, which was quite strange.
Yeah.
Like fractally, it turned into like that shit.
Right. Tribal.
There was like tribe, even though it wasn't.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, there's a darkness there. What the fuck's that all about in my brain? And or in me or whatever it is, and I'm thinking that. And it kind of, so behind the geometric that I'm getting there was like there was like 2 layers.
Yeah.
And there was this, like, where it was breaking up, it was going almost tribal, and it was like doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at that and I'm going, why the fuck is that stuff there? Because this is. And then at some point I yawned. I went like fucking mid yawn. I did, you know that thing you do. You can feel it behind your eyes when you yawn.
Yeah.
Everything just exploded visually.
Right.
But it was all on a black background. So I was like,
Yeah.
so I want to do this paint. Actually, fuck, I want to do this painting with Jupiter. Yeah.
Perfectly rolled to your head.
Well done. I want to do a painting of Jupiter, and I remember going, you want to do a painting of Jupiter? Everything was black, but the fractals were just like fucking split across the whole of my visual scope. So all the vivid colours were there, but fractured behind on a black background. Right? Yeah, and then I'm looking at it and I'm yawning. I'm going, that's you yawning, and then I kind of went back and I just sort of like, no, let it come. And then there was like a wash of that stuff, and then I'm like, oh, now I know I'm coming out of it. Yeah. I can feel like I'm coming out. And I yawned again and it kind of came up and I went, well that's strange, maybe there's a vibrant. And when you yawn, when you do this muscle thing, you kind of like, oh, whatever, but it kind of brought it on.
See what? It was a really strong body buzz as well.
Yeah, my body was fucked when I came out.
Yeah, I felt it really, almost a little bit uncomfortably, and it wasn't like the visuals. And then I just sort of, my body was really really strong body buzz, like stronger than normal. But then I'm guessing maybe because I was more in touch with I was more intact. But I reckon, from a personal point of view, if I was on a strong dose and I came out too early, the speaking thing, I'd probably it could start to worry me.
Getting that, haven't you? Well, I've had that for years.
Yeah, I'm now only getting that shit.
Where I come out.
Your speech doesn't sound like you can't articulate properly.
Oh, but it doesn't sound like I've said properly.
No.
How?
Did it sound right? And was it the right thing to say? And did it make any sense?
How did I just say that?
We were laughing about today, our t-shirts we had made up. If you haven't wound up, if you haven't wound up in a mental institution.
One of your DMT trips doesn't involve a psychiatric ward, you ain't done enough.
So maybe we're now in a place where we're actually, like you said, I'm moving on. I'm going to be in a different fucking perspective around my my other defects, which I'm not going to creep into it. So now we can take it to a place, now we can move on. Maybe that is the universe putting us both in this.
Maybe we can explore, properly explore.
Yeah, maybe.
Those realms. So next week then. You're not doing that one tonight?
No, what fucks.
Right, so next week then, we're in for the twos as the experiment.
Okay.
That's the deal. Orange fucking peel.
Yeah, I want to eat hyperdrive. Okay. Anyway, we're still recording, so I'm turning it off.